Hey everybody, welcome to today's vlog. This is the financial vlog, and today we are going to talk about a stock to consider for December 2019 buy. And to give you a clue, it is about getting high, both for prices and otherwise. Now, before we proceed, you can check out other videos on the referred on the right top side of your screen if you like it. These are by the same channel, and you might find them interesting. Um, also, please consider subscribing. It really helps us making more this video, and me and my friends and my family can continue making more such videos. So of course, as you know, we are talking about a pot stock. Um, so if you know that the many pot stocks in market, if you consider the US, Canada region, etc., um, it gets confusing for a lot of people in terms of what stocks are these, what stocks should we consider, what makes sense, what does not, and how do we invest. So if you see on the screen, there are a few listed. So Aurora, Cannabis, Chronos, Tilray, and so on. There are many stocks in market today in this place, and if we have limited sum of money, a certain amount to invest, the question is going to be, where do we put this money to maximize our investment and get it in relatively safer way, right? Right. So basically, in order to proceed further, we need to talk about slightly investment philosophy. I think uh, the philosophy here for this suggestion is going to be considering macro factors of the market, of industry and sector, and considering growth dividend strategy. So we would talk more about relatively safer bet, rather than going for super growth bet, and we would talk more towards the growth dividend strategy against the total growth or total dividend strategy, right? um, so if we proceed, there is one more example I would give to clarify this investment strategy. And long time ago, there was this California gold rush. Some people thought there was gold in the east side of the state, some people thought it was in the west side of the state. The question was, who made the most money, the people who went towards east or people who went towards west? And the answer was, people who made the most money were the people who sold shovels to the people who are trying to dig gold. So that means we need to be smart about our investment. We need to invest in a place where uh, we are more certain of making money, whether pot as an industry would make or not. And that is something which is more prudent, more sophisticated, and more evolved as investing. Um, so, from all these examples which we spoke about, there are certain stocks which fall in this category where we gave the analogy of the the more prudent investing, of an analogy of selling the shovels to the people who are trying to find gold. And again, I'm not saying this against the pot industry. That industry may be good as well, but we want to be in and around that industry, but we're trying to go towards more conservative bet. Okay, so before we state our suggestion, again, I would request once again to consider subscribing, commenting. It really helps and liking this video. It really helps the algorithm and helps me, my family, and friends to make such videos. So the recommendation here is the IIPR, or the Innovative Industrial Properties stock. Now this is basically a smaller company. This What is the stock? This is a REIT stock. That means it's kind of a real estate investment trust kind of company. This is based in San Diego, California. It's relatively a small company, I would say. I think maybe 11 to 15 people. So, very agile that way. But it has, I think, around $800 million of market cap. So it's not a small sized in terms of in terms of the total market cap. It's not super small sized. It's a reasonably sized, more agile company, and it does real estate investing primarily. It does this for the pod growers. So basically, this company specialized in lease to experienced state license operators for their regulated medical use cannabis facilities. That's what the main business of this company is. Okay, so if we proceed, if we look at very high level, um, the rate these days is, I think, around in 70s. I think just a day or so back it shot up around 5 or 6% again. It is relatively, if we see, it's not total high in 52 weeks has been around 139, so it's fairly low from its all time high. um, and the good part is, that, I mean, the P ratio is around 50, and somewhere in 50, so it is not the best, but I wouldn't call it worse as well for this category of company. Um, the key is, because the price has come down again, the dividend yield currently is 5.31%, which is not bad. I mean, slightly not the best for REIT, but definitely not bad for if you're looking from the pot point of view, right? Or pot company or pot investing point of view. And that is where the example of selling the shovel makes sense. That is your average return which you would get at yearly basis. The reason you see, it has come down from all-time high is, I think, they kind of diluted the stock in between by releasing more stocks. So that was the reason. But I think, all in all, the other stock, which was, I think, if I remember right, I think it was a preferred stock with a call date of 2021 or 22. I think they will get out of it shortly, and they will continue to make more money. So I think in long run, it should be okay to get started towards it. So started to invest towards it. If we look at, very high level, in March they made around 6.82 million of revenue. In, I think, June they increased to, I think, around 8 or something. Yeah, there you go. For June they increased around 8. Somehow I was not able to get the September numbers, but this gives a high level broad picture that does not seem bad, moving fundamentally. It seems progressing. Um, Also, I mean, if you see, uh, yeah, hold on. Yeah. So the net profit margin had decreased a little bit. But if you see, in the real estate business or the REIT operations, they would be often kind of reinvesting the funds, and that might be one of the reason. Um, so yeah, all in all, I think this doesn't seem like a bad choice. I would suggest not going all in, but considering starting to invest slowly and prudently and steadily in this company. Um, Consider, liking, sharing, and subscribing this video before we proceed to the next and very important point. Um, so I mean, consider the gold rush theory when we invest in this particular company. Consider pot versus REIT, and kind of a REIT for pot if you're looking at the pot industry in specific. Overall market condition, for the pot, I think it has gone down a little bit in terms of sentiment in last some time. So I would expect that it might come back up. And if you see, there's a stock with beta of, I think, around 2 or plus, so that means it is going to reflect favorably. Also, if you consider the macro market conditions in 2020, expected to be favorable in general, so that might help. Um, just one point to note that because of diluting, I mean, alternatively, if you don't want to go towards the growth dividend situation, you can consider or explore preferred stock of IIPR which gives, I think, which was launched with around 9% dividend. In today's world, I think it gives around 7 point something. So, but again, this particular video in whole was for the regular IIPR stock or a common stock. So, just basically, yeah, in conclusion, consider starting to invest slowly instead of going all in. In long run, it seems not bad for around 5 to 6% dividend. And company seems relatively stable. Again, before we proceed, I'm not a certified financial advisor. This is basically my perspective, my research, and little what I know. So I do not bear any liability, although I've taken as much care as I can take. Um, do your due diligence and consult a financial advisor before investing. This is basically for your entertainment and general discussion only. Me, my family, and my friends may hold positions in stocks or segments we speak about. In this particular case for IIPR, at the time of making this video in December 2019, me, my family, and my friends do hold some stake in IIPR. Also, yeah, again, do your due diligence and make sure you're aware that any financial investment can be risky and you may lose your money. And good luck, good luck for your investing, and have nice holidays. I'll keep some related videos here for your reference in case you are interested to watching more videos of your channel of this channel. And this video was brought to you by Financial Catalyst. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day.